This is Embrace. It's Elgato's very first ergonomic office chair, and what it promises is comfort, a wide range of adjustment, and an aesthetic style that fits into any environment. Now, I'm an engineer, content creator, and gamer, so as you can imagine, I spend a serious amount of time in my chair, and over the years, I've pretty much tried every single model out there, including Herman Miller, Steelcase, and Secret Lab. So I'll be letting you know my thoughts about the Embrace and if it's worth your money. Now, as a quick note, Elgato did send this chair out for an honest review, so I'll be letting you know my full thoughts about it. And if you decide to pick one up after this review, then I'll have links down in the description for you. Now, Elgato's informed me that the chair won't be shipping out until closer to Christmas, so you can click on the Notify Me button on their website and you'll get a notification when it's out. And you can come back and click the link in the description to support the channel. Thank you so much, Elgato, for sending the chair out for review. Let's start with pricing. The Embrace comes in at $499, which puts it right up against Secret Lab's Titan and the Fractal Refine. But it's still coming in at $50 cheaper than both of these options, so it's definitely competitively priced in the mid-tier premium market. But the question is, what do you get for the money? So let's cover that, starting with the unboxing and assembly. Now, the box itself arrived in good shape, and it's really durable and kept everything inside safe. It is pretty heavy, so ideally you want to get a helping hand, but since our toddler keeps us busy all day, and I do all my filming at night when everyone is asleep, I live dangerously and carried it in solo. Included in the price, you get a 2-year warranty, and you have a booklet within the box that will tell you all the terms and guidelines for it. Now, some chairs are an absolute nightmare to put together, but the Embrace is not one of them. It took me a total of 10 minutes while filming everything to get it done, and a total of 4 screws. So I'll show you a step-by-step instruction here on how to get it done. You'll start with the base and you'll pop in each of the 5 casters until you hear a solid click or thump noise. After that, flip the base and drop in the gas cylinder in the middle. Now watch out for the top side of the gas cylinder to be the one with the blue tip. Next, you move on to the seat. This comes with the mechanism pre-installed, which saves a ton of time, so all you have to do is just set it onto the cylinder. The next step is to attach the backrest to the brackets. Now, I do have a close-up shot here to show you how to do it. And then from there, you're going to want to secure it with the 2 screws that they give you. The final step is to attach the headrest. All you have to do is pop it into the square cutout here at the top of the chair, and then secure it with the last 2 screws. And that's pretty much it. You've got your chair together. There's no need for any complicated tools or steps. So if you dread assembly, then this is definitely a big plus for the Embrace. So now that I have the chair together, my first impressions of the Embrace is that it looks really sleek. It has a clean and minimalist design with very subtle branding. You just have a small Elgato logo on the back of the headrest, and this gives it a quiet and premium look without any loud logos or flashy colors. So whether you're setting this up in a gaming room, a studio, or even a professional office, this is just going to fit right in. So design-wise, I think Elgato absolutely nailed it with the all-rounder promise. But what about materials and functionality? The Embrace is built with ergonomics in mind, and you can see that in the design choices they've made here. Starting with the headrest and backrest, they both use a breathable mesh that is soft enough for comfort, but is firm enough to provide real support. And the backrest has this natural S shape that you want in a proper ergonomic chair because it encourages a healthier and more natural posture. Now moving down to the seat, this skips out on the mesh and uses a dense sculpted foam instead. In my opinion, this is a great decision because mesh chairs usually require a hard frame around the edge, just like the one you see around the backrest here, which can dig into your legs and limit how you sit with it. With the foam, you can cross your legs, you could tuck them or sit flat without any restriction. Plus, this has a waterfall edge here, and this curve at the front of the seat reduces pressure on your thighs and it keeps blood circulation flowing really well. Now, when it comes to the comfort of the foam itself, it is pretty firm, but it does have give in the right places, and over the longer hours, it conforms to your body. And that's what you want out of an ergonomic chair, because if the seat cushion is too soft, you'll end up sinking in, and what feels good in the first 5 minutes will wreck your back over a few hours. Now, the rest of the frame uses high-quality plastics similar to other chairs in this range, and Elgato rates the Embrace for 275 pounds, which is standard for mid-tier ergonomic chairs. So now that we've covered design and materials, let's talk about adjustability. And this is where the Embrace really shines for me. Now I'm 6'5", 208 pounds, so finding a chair that fits me well, as you can imagine, is an absolute challenge. But this is where adjustability comes in, and the Embrace gives you pretty much everything you can ask for. The first adjustment we'll talk about is the standard height control. This can be done by pulling on the lever on the right side of the seat. So for my height here, I'm just under the maximum the cylinder can do, and this feels good for me as my legs are at 90 degrees. But this can even accommodate taller users, which is really impressive. The seat depth can be done by pulling on the lever on the left side of the seat and then sliding the chair in and out. I'm also at the maximum level here, and it offers a little bit more depth than my Embody does, which is pretty nice for long legs. Now the arms are fully adjustable in 4 directions, so whether you are on your PC or phone or playing on console, it's super easy to get them into the exact spot you want, and the material on these is nice and supportive as well. Now let's move under the chair and talk about the tilt tension and tilt control. The tilt tension will allow you to tune how easy you want reclining to be, so all you have to do is just twist this knob. Now I like to adjust this to where it can hold me in a floating position, but not go all the way back, and you can also control where the tilt stops at 5 different stops with this locking lever here. So you can lock it into your preference depending on what you're doing. Now with my experience, these settings can be very fluid, so you can change them depending on what you're doing or how you feel that day. So it's nice that they've made them so smooth and easy. The tilting mechanism itself is a synchro tilt, which means that the seat moves in unison with the backrest and keeps everything in the right spot while you're tilting back. This is really nice to see, and you don't really see this typically at this price range. Next, let's talk about the lumbar support. This also is fully adjustable, so it can go up and down, as well as in and out, so you can tune it to exactly what you want. Now, I found this to be really supportive, so for me, I like it to be at the lowest setting and at the shallowest depth. And finally, let's cover the headrest. This is adjustable up and down, and it kind of adjusts inwards as well towards the backrest at the bottom, so you can really tune it to where you want it to be. And it is really wide and comfortable as well, so I found it to be really useful. And it's really not an afterthought here. They've thought it through, and it feels really good, especially with that curve that fits the neck really well. So overall, I thought the Embrace has an excellent range of adjustments and one of the best that I've seen in this price bracket. It fit me really well as someone who's 6'5", but I also asked my wife, who is 5'8", to try it, and she really liked it as well and thought it fits her well. Now with the features and adjustments out of the way, let's talk about what it feels like to live with this chair day to day. Now I've been using it for the last 2 weeks, and I've put my Herman Miller gaming Embody aside to give it a fair shot. During long work days or editing sessions, it kept me comfortable and supported without any fatigue for long hours. And when it comes to gaming, when I was upright in competitive games, it felt really good and supportive, but also the recline with the headrest was a pleasant surprise for me, especially when I was playing cinematic games or watching content. It was just genuinely relaxing and something that I missed on the Embody that didn't have a headrest. Now, one area that I always look out for is the foam seat and whether it bottoms out, so that's when you can feel the plastic under the seat. But with the Embrace, there's no bottoming out at all, even after an entire day of usage, and it doesn't heat up like leather gaming chairs often do. This is probably thanks to the mesh back and headrest, as well as the type of foam that they've used here. Now, as I mentioned previously, the lumbar support is strong on this chair, but I've dialed it down and it feels good for me. So if you don't like really strong lumbar support, then you can just set it to the lowest setting and to the shallowest depth. The Embrace brings a lot of positive features to the table, as you've seen throughout this review. Now, there is one con that I found, and that would be the casters. These don't have a silicone layer that I find on my Herman Miller casters, that I just found a noticeable difference in terms of quietness and smoothness when rolling around. So, for Elgato's first venture into the office chair market, the Embrace is seriously impressive. At $499, it delivers on its promises of comfort, a wide range of adjustment, and an aesthetic style that is going to fit into any environment really well. And in my opinion, it outclasses a lot of the racer gaming chairs out there and is really more aligned with ergonomic brands. So at $499, do I think this is worth it? Definitely, I would recommend it to you if you're shopping in this price range. So to wrap it up, these were my thoughts on Elgato's Embrace chair. I want to hear what you think down in the comments. Would you take this kind of ergonomic chair over, let's say, a racer style gaming chair in your gaming setup? And if you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And if you do want to pick up an Embrace for yourself, again, I have the links down in the description for you. Thank you all for watching this, and I'll catch you next time.